Welcome to Season 2 of Why Your Business is Invisible Online. This season, we focus on the dramatic change artificial intelligence is having on your online visibility. Joining me are my two co-hosts, and here they are.
Hi, this is Jim Filatico. I'm currently obsessed with planning my next beach adventure for my whole family.
Hi, I'm Kelly Biggs. We're talking about AI this season. I'm wondering, can I get an AI agent to clean my house?
And I'm your host, John Manatis, still glued to my guitar, but with my new band planning our next tour. Let's kick off Season 2. Pretty excited about this season. For anybody who was with us for the last episode, it's pretty clear Google isn't the only game in town anymore. So we're all, Kelly, Jim, and I are really excited about Season 2 because we know AI has impacted all our lives dramatically over the last year, I would say. But I'm sure it's impacting your lives as well. And we thought it was really important to tackle this season, to get into some of the details around what we feel AI is going to do in the long run. But before we even get there, I think we need to level set with a lot of the important things that have already transpired in the world of AI. So we're going to cover both. We're going to be, future thinkers as well as solidifying a foundation for our listeners. But we've had a lot of fun with it so far as well, and I think we want to take you through some of those stories and what's happened in our lives. But before we even do that, the three of us haven't had a chance to catch up in the last little while. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys, see what's up, what's going on in your world, talk a little bit about what I'm doing before we dive into some of the important things we want to talk about today. And I think it's also important for us to just I want to know from you, what's a highlight from Season 1 that really stood out for you, that you believe not only we can take away for ourselves, but for our listeners going forward, that makes for a great segue. I got a really, really cool episode that I felt was important for us. It really made a big difference, I think, in Season 1. I'm sure you guys do too. So I wouldn't mind hearing from you on that front. And then we're going to dive into what I think is gone forever. So this concept of search engine optimization, it's no longer search engine optimization. And I think we alluded to that in an earlier episode and even the last episode. It really is search everywhere optimization going forward if you want to be found online. And we'll get into what that really means, not only today, but throughout this season. So with that, Kelly, what's up? What's up in your world? What's going on?
Yeah, so since it's been 20, I don't even know, over 30 episodes in. And
30 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. So since we started, kind of gave an update, a lot's happening here. I finally have a basement that it took a while to give me. Honestly, when we first bought a house, I wanted to get this basement done because the ceilings were super hot. And 10 years later, we hadn't done anything, but we decided, might as well be broke like the rest of the people.
Wait until lumber prices are really high.
Exactly. No. I did. We got ahead of some of the price increases. I hope, like just a sweet spot. But anyway, so really enjoying that a lot in a way that I didn't even. It freed up my mind, so that was good. Also launched another business.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congrats.
we are now the proud owners of 8 vending machines. Placed 5 of them, and boy, people love their. I didn't realize how much joy people got of just buying snacks. Man, like when they see us coming, they're so happy. They're like, "Oh, thank you so much for the vending machines." And make sure that you stack some more Bueno. Love Kinder Bueno, and so that's been fun from a kind of personal.
Is it just food or is it tchotchkes? Was it like what?
No. Yeah, just snacks and beverages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Got it.
It's a combo machine. Recently, we had a glass that broke for whatever. It wasn't vandalism, but a glass broke, and like the way they taped up it, like you could barely see through because the glass had tempered, people were still buying from it. I'm like, what? I was like, whatever. So the
G4, I don't know what it
analytics,
is, but
the analytics person in me was like, whatever they're buying there, we need to keep it stocked forever
Mhm.
because
Yes.
they love it. Interesting. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about AI, but I was actually able to leverage AI to help me out in the vending machine space. Ironically, I'll tell you about it later. But I've seen a significant uplift with the way that I was able to use AI to do that. So that was exciting. Like,
Amazing.
what else did you say you wanted to hear, or that was it? Just
No,
kind of
no,
like
no. I just want to touch on some of the lighter stuff going on in our world to set up season 2 right, basically.
Okay.
So yes, that's cool. How about you, Jim? What's going on in your world?
Well, I mentioned when we do our opening, I mentioned about travel. So
Right, right.
we've traveled with the kids and the grandkids, and then we traveled with our best friends from college. From a long time ago, we went to Grand Cayman for a week and enjoyed that. So we're
Nice.
the next trips are going to be kind of local trips, and then we're going to try to plan something coming up in the fall for another big trip. So
Any big bucket list location that you've always wanted to go to?
we'd like to go to Portugal. We always
Bet.
love Italy, so we'll probably end up back there.
Big
I'd love to
baller.
go to
Okay.
I'd love to bring my dad actually to
Oh.
his birthplace.
Ah,
So
Can I ask you a question? It's interesting. How old is your dad?
86.
It's
86.
interesting. But I was in a meeting the other day and they talked about like planning for your retirement and things of that nature. And they were saying that from a traveling perspective, so just as you're planning your traveling and how you want to spend your money, but after 80, the amount of travel dips so low that
Oh yeah.
people in their
Yeah.
80s don't want to travel. They don't want to bother. I mean, they'll do like trips, road trips, cruises, but the
Yeah.
idea of getting on a plane and doing all that is extremely low. So you have to let us know.
Yeah. Well, it beats the hell out of me when we fly, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, an
Right.
80-year-old. Yeah, yeah.
And walking on cobblestones is not
Ugh,
exactly
that part. Yeah.
so
They'll be
anyway,
like,
I would
I'll
love
stay
to do
inside.
that.
Yeah.
That'd
Love
be
to do
amazing.
that.
Yeah, Lisbon. We love Lisbon, so Portugal should be on your list, and it's so close to the U.S. It's not a massive
Right.
flight, right?
It's a shorter
It's
flight.
pretty short. And on the coast, there's some. I don't know if you're into surfing, but there's some good surfing
I'll watch.
spots. Yeah, you'll watch. Awesome.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
safe.
we're done with our hopefully we're done with our home improvement projects like Kelly did. We did our basement and our patio, so hopefully it's just little honey-do list things from now on.
Good
Yeah, I
stuff.
got a long honey-do list. And I feel like disingenuous every time I hear an opening because it's like I've clocked over 2,000 rides. So I just been steady state waiting for the basement to get, but I've got back on the bike. So anyway,
You didn't want to be wrong on the opening, so you just
Yeah. It was important to hit that. I guess that Super Bowl date.
yeah.
I got my brother chirping in my ear like daily. He's been nudging me for the last 6 months to. He wants to start a cover band basically. So I was just to let our listeners know. Okay, I'm on guitar. That's in my opening. My guitar is always in hand these days, especially with my brother on my back. But basically, my brother's a drummer. I'm a guitarist, and we've been playing for years, but on and off. A lot of my work years, I really didn't play that much, but now I'm back on again. So yeah, he actually wants to. We played a gig. We were raising money for a charitable event, and that went so well that he's got the bug now, and we're up again in May for another gig at a club. And I'm pretty excited because we're doing some challenging stuff. We're actually trying to play a Steely Dan song, which is really tricky to really pull off Steely Dan. There's a lot of people on the stage, a lot of good backup singers, and to coordinate it all is a bit of work. So I'm excited about that, and I'll be playing with a friend of mine who was like the guitar god in my high school years, and the guy hasn't stopped since then, and so he's back on stage with us, and really looking forward to playing with this guy. This guy lives and breathes the guitar like day in, day out. And I saw him the other day, and he just blew me away. So for me, that's going to be my focus for probably this entire year.
Yeah.
And who knows?
You
who
need
knows?
roadies?
That's
right?
that's coming. Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll start growing my hair out now.
There you go. I got a few wigs I use, so I can
Let the beard go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad I got caught up a little bit. Let's roll back time a little bit and talk about season one. Great season. A lot of our episodes did quite well. Thank you everybody for listening and joining us. And the origin episodes were a big hit. Not surprising. I think everybody likes to start at the beginning and learn a little bit about who's speaking, and a little bit about us. So really thrilled about everybody's attention to those episodes. But I wanted to ask you guys, was there an episode or something about season one that really was important for you, and maybe something you can comment on for our listeners as well? I know there's one that sticks out in my mind. I'll talk about in a second, but what are your thoughts around season one?
The series of Found, professionally, I really enjoyed that because I've had people calling me saying, "Hey, I'm not found online."
Oh, nice.
So they're not that that's such a crazy word to use, but the fact that we used it and then people are using it back is kind of nice. So I have enjoyed that. I've actually picked up a couple of clients because of that, which is great. The one episode that I really liked was when we talked about our superpowers, the Super Bowl week one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that just because it's cool that we talked about each other and how we thought about each other. And I heard from people that they thought that was really cool. So, and I liked it too. Everybody likes compliments. So I did enjoy that one.
Yeah, on that word, we are complimentary, eh? Like all of us are, we really fit. I mean, we maybe knew that going in to this, but it really showed in season one that each of our approaches, skills, styles complement each other. I think it came through.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think another thing that it made that one do well was like we finally got our graphics right in that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right around
Kelly.
Bowl,
Yeah.
right?
Kelly, thank you.
Yeah.
Kelly's our graphics person, so all the little thumbnails you guys see, that's thanks to Kelly. She's the creative one there. Yeah.
Kelly
is
and
the creative.
She gave me a nice
Kelly
hat
and
too.
AI actually.
And
Kelly
AI.
And Canva. Yep.
Yeah, and Canva. Oh my gosh, I couldn't live without Canva. I'm trying to figure out how I can go. Did they have this big lunch thing coming up that I'm like, I want to go.
Yeah.
Canva's one company that is it fair to say, Kelly, since you use it the most, Canva really got the AI thing right. They figured it out.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm funny. I do not use their AI.
Oh.
So So for the creatives, it's a whole process. I'll take our show notes and then the transcripts. I throw those into a program, and we'll talk about how you do this in Chat GPT, because I do it over and over again. So I've created a program, and it'll pull me out like here's a few social posts or thumbnails that you could create out of this. And so I'll take the things, I've trained it to be very creative and tongue in cheek and all of the things. And then I take that, I have it create a prompt that I've changed it for to create images. But my favorite image AI creator right now is ideogram. So I'll take the graphics and get them to create it in ideogram. And then I push to Canva for the thumbnail. So it's a 3-step process, actually.
Nice.
But fun.
12 steps.
I feel like it only takes me 2 minutes, but it's not true. What did you say, Jim?
I said 12 steps for me, 3 for Kelly.
Yeah. So season one, Kel, what were some of the big impressions for you on season one?
Exactly what Jim said, that found, and specifically the nurture and the Lori Gerber, the thing hit well with people, especially because a lot of people know me and Lori's relationship. So,
so that was that episode, right? It was. So yeah, for our listeners, if you want to revisit that, or if you haven't heard it, it's letter N in found.
Find about how Lori is for nurture, right? So email marketing, and so just like Jim, I a few clients reached out to me and were like, I think I have a gold mine I have X number of clients, but I don't reach out to them. And so we've been able to help them to reach those clients. They've increased retention rate, and just staying top of mind. So that was nice. And then the next one would be the ugly baby. So
the thumbnail for that. Yeah, you can't miss the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like isn't my baby ugly? Like I think people really enjoyed the thought of, tell me about my website. In fact, we created 2 big websites as a result, and then in the process of, I think I'm about to sign another deal for another big one, an e-commerce one coming up here shortly. So good stuff. Really good stuff.
Yeah, to your point, and I don't know if you guys felt it throughout season 1, but there were the echoing theme almost across most of our episodes was this point we were making over and over again about how important it is not just to make that beautiful baby website, but the underlying mechanics of what makes a website work sets people like Kelly, me, and Jim up well to do what we have to do afterwards to get you found online. And that goes for anybody in our business. And so that was the ongoing theme, and that's never going to end. I mean, our whole entire series is about getting found online. And so AI is just throwing us a curveball now and giving us a few advantages that we're going to talk about throughout this season. And for me, guys, it was the hidden gems episode, the one,
that's
because one. It was so spontaneous, that one. All of a sudden, we just started talking about one of my clients, which was a personal injury lawyer, and you guys were nice enough to say, so who is the number one personal injury lawyer in the in Toronto area in general? For me, I thought it was obvious, no question. It's Diamond and Diamond. And then when we literally did a case study as an episode, and we did the research right in front of our listeners, and we figured it out. But it wasn't the one I thought it was, and it was interesting to see that AI had a whole different opinion on who is the best, and we had to do some digging after that to find out why is AI pulling up a different company than I thought. I mean, I naturally picked the one that advertises by far the most, and we were all shocked with the result, and we've learned a lot since then. And I think, that's a perfect segue for what we're going to be doing this season. That was the case study around AI, brief episode. This year, we're going to bring in the experts. We'll have some interesting guests for you to really talk about, some of the important things and details that'll help you around AI. Between Jim Kelly and I, we're going to give you as many stories as we can, and that can help you, gravitate to the right things and the wrong things. There are a lot of people doing some interesting things around AI that we feel is going to lead you down a path that really won't work out for you. Thank you for tuning in to Why Your Business is Invisible Online. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do us a favor and subscribe and follow us on Spotify and Apple. Be sure to share it with other business owners who might find it helpful. If you want to dig deeper, contact us at ruinvisibleonline.com. That's capital letter R, capital letter U, followed by invisibleonline.com. Or message us on our LinkedIn business profile with the same title, Are You Invisible Online? The information shared in this podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and may or may not reflect the official policy or position of WSI Corporate. Always consult a qualified digital marketing expert before making significant changes to your online strategy. Until next time, keep connecting with the people who matter most to your business and join us for our next episode.